Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to Mars. We're still here with this new colony we started in livestream last time. And as you can see, we have a little bit of residential space here for our people to live on the planet. Not a lot yet, though. This is our first set of humans to come and colonize the planet. We have 5 sols remaining to prove that we can keep them alive. We have for them living spaces. We have a hydroponics farm. We have a diner, some medical facilities and things. We actually are a little bit strained in terms of a workforce because some of the things I build here require employees or people to do the job, and we don't really have that many. So, you know, it's a little bit challenging that way. We are continuing to scan the planet to look for additional resources and additional things we can find. We're way up in the top corner, so we have a lot of space here to kind of continue to expand and grow our colony. But first, we have to prove we can keep these guys alive. We did mine out a couple of patches of concrete. We're working on another one now. I think what we really need to work on soon, though, is getting access to some of the metal that's down here. We do have some little deposits on the surface we've been able to gather, but our resource load is not necessarily what we want it to be. Let's see. So we have 44 polymers, 32 electronics. We actually have 94 metals, so we've kind of been able to gather a fair amount from the surface, but I would like to be able to get some of this actual metal mining. Now, in order to do that mining, we have to get to the point where we have a dome that's close by. I thought I could actually just send the rovers down there to work on it, but it's something that actually has to be mined by people. So I think our focus today is going to be working on some of these underground deposits for rare metals. If we can get these and send them back to Earth, that'll earn us some additional money, and then we could use that to keep sending in supplies. So even if we haven't necessarily reached the metal section, we can actually ship some of it in if we had to. I mean, I'd prefer to avoid it. But this was average grade. This one is high grade rare metals, 366. So let's go ahead and see what we can build here. If we look in where are we here? Production. We should have rare metal extractor. There, rare metal extractor. It takes 20 metal, 5 machine parts, so that's fine. As a 5 power consumption, it takes 12 workers. 4 per work shift. That's actually going to be a bit of a problem because we don't have enough people even to staff the places that we have already. So we should probably not start on that just yet. Maybe maybe initially what we'll do is we'll work on building up a greater wind power production farm up here, so we can support more power consumption down below. This will let us should be able to produce a fair amount more power. Up on the hill here, we actually get a bonus to the amount of power we can produce through the wind turbines. We still have this fancy wire cable we can put in. It's free of charge, instant build, and it never breaks down, which is pretty sweet. The lights are coming on. It must be getting close tonight. Now, if we run into a scenario where things get super cold, we're going to want to be able to keep our colony warm. Otherwise, we're going to have a whole bunch of death. It's not really something we want to deal with. So, power grid. Power shortage minus 1.2 power. Oxygen surplus 1.1. Okay, so it's probably a good thing I built the turbines up there because we are actually running a little bit low on power. And it might just be a case of at nighttime when our solar panels aren't producing. But let's see. Where have we got our heater scenario? That's to be in life support. Maybe not. Pipe farm, fungal moisture evaporator. Nope. Production. Infrastructure, maybe? Subsurface heater. Alright, we still have to research it. So let's see if we have any research underway. Oh, we don't actually. Oh, no, we do have a little bit. Okay, so we have decommissioning protocol for engineering. Lets us salvage the buildings. Low G fungi, so we can actually do some farming. Where is our heater? There's the subsurface heating there. We'll snag that. I feel like that should probably be priority 2. Systematic training. Scientists and botanists have plus 10 performance when working in their specialty. And plus 10 performance. Alright, so what have we got here? 3D machining for robotics. Machine parts factory. That's cool. Drone battery capacity increased by 50%. That's pretty sweet. Atomic accumulator. So we've got lots of different options here that we could be working on. Stirling generator. Low G high rise. Residential building that houses many colonists. I feel like that could be a good thing. But I think we'll go down here. We'll work on systematic training for social. productivity, and not worried about the Mars crowdfunding just yet. Try to get our guys that are on the planet working a little bit more effectively. I think that'd be a good idea.
Building a new home on an alien world, that takes guts, to say the least.
All right, when life gives you lemons. After all, purpose is the strongest long-term driver. Since arriving on Mars, Lazar Milishev's I don't know, whatever, enthusiasm has proved to be above average, even by founder norms. And the prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one simple explanation. Lazar Milishev really loves doing what Lazar Milishev's doing. That's really generic. Hint: the founder, Lazar Milishev, has the enthusiast trait. View. Where is this guy? Colonists have several basic stats. You can monitor the condition of each colonist in their info panel. To maintain your colonists' good health, you need to provide them with water, oxygen, food, and access to operational service buildings. All right. Well, we've given them water. So if we look at our overall... Wait, what is this? Set residence. Set a residence for the colonists. The colonists will not change residence for the next 5 sols. The target is another dome located... Oh, okay, you can send them from dome to dome, but that's cool. I mean, that makes sense. I didn't realize you could do that, though. This is the individual colonist right here. What's he got going on? Comfort 52. Service building was closed. Shopping. Had an unprepared meal. No available service building for drinking.
Sector scanned.
Wait, does that mean they want a bar? Is that what the deal is? They didn't have a place to go drinking, so he got upset. I mean, that does sound kind of like colonist behavior. You know, if you're stuck on a foreign planet, you probably want that. What is this? This is our little mining dude, I think. Metals deposit. This is the transport, yeah. So we're gonna send him out to the metals deposit. Where's our rover here? There's our explorer. Oh, he's already way over here. Nice. Okay, so he's got a decent amount of power still. It should be enough to send him down here to check out this. So he can head over there. We'll get that explored. We're scanning a new sector, but we don't have any more queued up. I should probably scan some that are closer here. I don't know. I'm not sure how we deal with... Oh, there's a little meteor landing. I'm not sure how we deal with this like cliff scenario, whether we can get up top of there, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, 4 sols remaining. 4 sols and 10 hours remaining to prove that we can keep our colonists alive. We have vacant work slots 3, vacant residential slots of 2. So we can take on 2 more duplicates. Disabled work slots, 13 of them. How does this work in here? Unemployed and looking for work, 0. Okay. Alright, on the plus side, nobody's looking for work. View information about your colonists. Trait specializations. Okay. There's a lot of detail here. Homeless colonist, 0. Unemployed colonist, 0. So that's good. I mean, we can't really build any more workspaces, but you know what? We've got 4 sols left. We have a rocket available that is fueled up, I believe. Man, that thing's... waiting to refuel.
Breakthrough discovered.
This one is fueled. Breakthrough discovered. Let's check our research. What do we find in a breakthrough this time? Cloning. New spire building, cloning vats. Creates clones over time. Clone colonists grow and age twice as fast. Okay, so basically, we can produce workers earlier, but they're going to have a shorter life cycle. I mean, I guess that could be good initially, but then we'd have to deal a lot with death. I don't think I'm going to worry about researching that just yet. This rocket I want to send off... I mean, we have a whole lot of idle little drone dudes, but I want to make sure I have a control building here somewhere first. I can't remember if I built one yet or not. Yeah, this one here, actually, it covers basically the same space. They won't quite get it all the way up to here, but that's okay. Let's take this rocket off. We'll send it back to Earth, so we can bring in some more colonists when we're ready.
Low.
Which vehicle is that? Okay, you should probably go up here and charge. Alright, the rocket's gone. So the drones are now passed into management with this little drone hub. We have a lot of drones that are sitting idle here. That's probably not a good thing. How's this going? Grade's very low, but we still have tons left available in there. This one down here... is average. We have tons left there, too. So all these drones here are kind of wasted. What's going on? One of your buildings is malfunction. Malfunctions can be caused by a lack of maintenance or resources or hazardous environment. They can be repaired by drones as the required maintenance resources present in the area. Oh, I see. I didn't keep enough down there to maintain it. So it actually needs electronic parts. So if we take this fancy little vehicle here, we'll drop off the metal that we gathered. Should probably make sure I did that right, because I right-clicked on it. Sometimes they'll pick it up instead of dropping it off.
Meteor incoming.
Meteor incoming! Where's it going to hit? Don't hit one of my buildings. That would be bad. It's funny. It gave me a warning, but it didn't really tell me where it was hitting. What's going on here? Oh, drones can't reach that. Okay, so because I sent the rocket away, the drones actually can't reach this space in order to fix those things. We'll have to be careful of that. Obviously, we're going to need that. Where did that little, Dude, come on. Go over here and dump your stuff in the metal container. Unload resources here. Okay, and then we need, we're going to need him to get some electronic parts. Alright, you're doing good, buddy. Okay, you come over here and gather electronics. Good enough. And then we'll send him all the way down to here so we can drop them off, and that way we can do some repairs. Because it looks like we've lost control of the drones because that building's out of commission. Hopefully that doesn't mean that we can't fix the building, because that would be a problem. And something that I would have to worry about up here also with this little drone building. Now, granted, we have the parts here in order to maintain it, although current deterioration 95%. Condition of the building deteriorates over time. Martian dust and deteriorated buildings will need to be serviced by a drone and supplied with the required maintenance materials, or they'll malfunction. We have all these drones around them. Why aren't they? Does it wait until it actually gets to the point of failure before it fixes it? We have a bunch of idle drones. I mean, theoretically, they could do it. Okay, this thing's dropped off its payload. The building's been fixed, so everything's awesome down there. You can go back up here. We'll send him out to go get some more metal, because there's no harm in gathering more of it. What do we have over here? Okay, we don't need this RC rover to hang here. He can actually go... he can go over here. And that might give him enough range. I hate how he won't... If there's anything getting in his way, he just won't...
Sector scanned.
He won't make the drive. Oh, I see. He's got to wait for the drones. Okay,
Research complete.
We'll send him over there. That should hopefully get it within range of the building up here. Yeah, there we go. So now they can go ahead and do maintenance on these buildings, so we'll keep our power supply going. The scan is finished here. We finished some research, which is great. I think all we got was some actual research points to spend, as opposed to learning anything new out of that scan. But that's good. So we're working on subsurface heaters now, which is great. I'm really worried that we're going to run into a cold snap before we get a chance to deal with that. All right, you might as well go over here. Okay, so this whole maintenance thing is actually getting to be kind of a challenge for me. From what I could see, you have to have the parts within range of everything. So this rover here is capable of covering this space to control the drones, and this building here controls drones within that space. They won't like do a handoff to overlap. So although I know I have mechanical parts available in order to maintain and fix this thing,
Sector scanned.
buildings malfunction, drones can repair it with 0.5 mechanical. They're not within... The mechanical parts are stored outside of range of the drones are being controlled by this rover. So I actually have to create like a storage complex here. Let's do Universal Depot. So that we can... Oh, wow, look at all these guys. What are they bringing? Is it just going to share the resources equally across them? That would be pretty handy if that was the case. And that should get the mechanical parts, I think, within range. Yeah, so now we have mechanical parts that are in range of the rovers that are here, so they can take it out and do the maintenance work. It's so weird. I mean, it's going to be tough trying to keep all the drones within range of the different things that they're going to need, because it's not only within the piece of the building they have to maintain, but also within range of the supply depot that's necessary to keep it operational. One sol remaining in our founder stage, and then we can bring in some more colonists, which I'm really looking forward to, so we can increase our population a bit. Average morale of the colonists is 58. I wish I could get more details about that. Why are they happy or unhappy? Average comfort of the colonists is 57. Average sanity is 100. Well, that's good. We don't have any crazy people. They're all in good health. But basically, they're bored and they don't have really high morale. Or they're not as comfortable as they could be. And their morale's not as great as it could be either. So I have to figure out how to work on those. We have 3 scans available to us to do instant scans, so I'm going to scan a couple of areas.
Sector scanned.
Man, oh man, we didn't find any more anomalies. So research is going to go a little bit more slowly.
It's a rough life here on Mars. You can't prepare for addiction.
All right, so our colonist, who was super enthusiastic, has acquired a new trait. He's now turned into an alcoholic. Despite the great lengths we go to make it seem safe and as close as possible to home, one's mind is never too far from dangers that the privilege of being an interplanetary pioneer carries. We all find our own ways to cope with this pressure. Lazar Milashev finds it in the bottle. Alcohol is not the answer, my friend. And that's a shame, because he was the one that was like an enthusiast the last time around. So, poor guy, he's not doing well. So in terms of our traits, we have an alcoholic. We have 3 alcoholics. One person is melancholic.
Low.
Resources low. What are we low on? Food. Uh-oh. I was thinking about bringing in more colonists, but we're actually low on food. What do we got researched here? I think we finished the low G fungi farm. Yeah, we did. So we probably want to get that built. Farm produces food, consumes water depending on crop type. 8 concrete, takes 6 workers. Ooh boy, the fungal farm takes a lot. 10 power, 2 oxygen, half of water, lots of parts. Production based on crops. So I had done the hydroponic farm, but I didn't think I had the regular farm unlocked. Maybe I didn't at the time, and I was still doing research. Let's build another farm here, though. I don't know that I have the workers to work it, though. That's going to be a real problem. So we can get our farm in place. What's the output of the farm? Does it even tell you? Oh, it's under construction. You just send our little drones in to do some work, build a farm for us. There they go. Food resources are low. 18 hours until we can bring more colonists in. Okay. Alright, the farm has like 1 person working it. Alfred Elaine. The colonist working this building, specialization geologist. Oh, that's great. Morale +2. Wrong. Workplace specialization -50. We also have Emil, who's a scientist, working it now. It looks like they're kind of assigning themselves to the job. It's based on what's available. What do we have over here? We have a botanist. And he's got a hangover. Lazar. Oh, Lazar. Maybe that's why he's upset. I mean, he's an engineer and he's working in a farm. I mean, that's not really ideal for him. What food is it? So this is producing leaf crops and wheatgrass. Subsurface heating's finished. Okay, that's good. We're gonna need that. So what are we producing here? We have 1 crop here producing, but I think we can pick other ones. So that's producing wheat. We also have potatoes. Good yield, but grows slowly and depletes the soil, causing reduced yield of the next crop. That makes sense. Soybeans, low yield and grows slowly, but improves the soil, increasing the yield of the next crop. Low yield, but grows fast and requires less water.
Sector scanned.
Okay. So if we grow wheat, we're not really depleting the soil. If we grow potatoes, we deplete it, but it has really good yield. And then we have to like alternate crops where we do potatoes and soybeans. So the soybeans will fix the soil. Optimal harvest 34. Yeah, so we can do like yields of potatoes, and then when we deplete the crop a bit, then we can do soy in order to kind of recover it. I wonder how this works exactly. So I haven't played
This
around
will go
with-
down in history.
Uh-oh. Hey, we did it. We were alive for 10 days. The long-time dream of the human civilization as a whole, to settle another world, has come true. To be among the people who has made this happen makes me feel enthusiastic and proud. We're already swarmed with applications for relocation on Mars, and the wanderlust and enthusiasm of these people makes me proud to be a human being. The red planet continues to be inhospitable and even dangerous. But we, as a species, has always displayed the ability to adapt and improve. The adverse conditions will only make us try harder. So I say, bring it on. In fact, the colony's been evaluated positively. Additional colonists have been called from Earth. Or can be called from Earth. Looks like we got a serious adventure ahead of us. Nice. Okay, so we do have some food crops going now. Let's take a look at our general resources here. Funding, research, grid, basic resources. Food, we only have one. Oh, we just depleted the last food. Okay, let's bring in another rocket. And hopefully we can put some food on this rocket too. So we're gonna bring a passenger rocket. Let's see, specialization. I didn't really know what I wanted from a specialization, but I think what we're gonna look for initially is some botanists. Scientists would be handy. Security, I'm not too worried about at the moment. Engineers. I mean, more than anything, we need botanists because we want to do the farming and stuff. Rocket capacity of 12. Available residents on Mars. We only have 2. So we're going to need to build more living quarters for them also if we're going to bring in these people. But that's okay. We'll have time. Review. Oh, we can go through and pick individual people. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so let's see. We want Mark Daniel, who's a botanist. Rugged. No comfort penalties when eating unprepared food. Oh, good. Gains twice as much comfort in gardens and okay, good. He's a hippie. That's a perfect botanist right there. Who else do we want? We want more botanists because we really want them to do well in the growing. So we'll grab 3 botanists there. All right, so we have 3 botanists. Who else? No people, no specialization. I mean, I guess they're okay, but because we could use them for things like the restaurant. Composed. All sanity losses are halved. Loses less health without food and water. Increased performance and boosted high morale. Okay, so let's bring Harold's. He can work at like the restaurant or something. Svante. He's a loner. Loses comfort while in a dome with population over 30. I don't have to worry about that. Gustav Lindbergh. Work performance lowered by 10. Could be caused by sanity breakdowns plus drinking. Oh, okay. We already have 3 alcoholics. I mean, do we really need another one? This guy's fit, so let's bring him. We have 6 approved colonists so far. What else are we gonna need? I don't even know. Vegan, don't worry, they'll tell you. Well, that's fine. You can be vegan. We don't have a problem with that. Considering everything to eat up there is pretty much plant life. Gambler. All right, I'm going to leave the rest, I think, to just be handled by the system. Hopefully that works. Oh, all those people I picked got unchecked. That really stinks. Okay, I selected a whole bunch of people again. I guess you have to approve them all. So it's either you go with them giving you the choices randomly, or you actually pick your own. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my own this time. We have 12 approved colonists. I got as many... Launch with 2 passengers. What? It won't leave. There are 12 passengers on board the rocket, but there are only 2 spaces for new... Oh, that really stinks. Abort. Okay, we have to build living quarters before we can send them up, apparently. That stinks. Okay, let's work on the living quarters. We have a space for that here. I guess we can do some more. Okay, we're going to build in the dome. Dome spires. Water reclamation system. Recycles up to 70% of the water used in the dome. Oh, that's pretty handy. Ooh, it's also very big. Oh, it goes right in the middle. Wow, that's cool. Status all clear. Takes 50 concrete, 10 polymers, and machine parts. What have we got going on here? We have 20 machine parts. Can I realistically build this thing? Yeah, alright, it's only 5 machine parts. Alright, so we're going to build a water reclamation center, so that'll reduce our water consumption. That'll be handy. And we're also going to need the living quarters. So we want dome services. Diner, no, we don't want that. Casino complex, not so much. Artwork station. Living quarters, there we go. Apartments we don't have yet, so once we get those researched, we can certainly use those. But let's do living quarters in here for now. There we go. That'll give us space for another 14, I think, can stay in there or something like that. Must be, because we have two living quarter spots left over for the last time, and we did send 12 colonists up. So once those get built, then we can order in our rocket with some more colonists, and we can put them to work in our various jobs, and hopefully we can get to the point where we can actually start to dig some of the rare metals. It looks like we'll probably need, actually, grid resources. We have water surplus of 0. How is that even possible? Am I really consuming that much water? So we're producing water from 2 different places to pipe it into our little colony dome. Oh, look at all the waste product here. Okay, hold on. I gotta put a waste storage down here also. All right, dumping sites. They can go over here. I didn't realize that was going to produce waste, but I guess it makes a certain amount of sense since any of the stuff that's like refining product out of the ground is going to have some digging materials left over. Okay, so oxygen 0.6, water of 2. Okay, so we have water surplus of 0. That really blows my mind. We also have no food. So hopefully those colonists arrive with food in their shuttle, or things might get a little bit sticky. Oxygen surplus of 1.4. So I think I'm going to set up some more oxygen production because the duplicate, keep on with duplicates in my brain. I keep going duplicates because I've been playing so much oxygen not included. But our colonists are going to need the oxygen, so we'll do. We have lots of metals, so this should be fine. Base production of 2 oxygen. Actually, it seems like maybe we're not too crazy off on the amount of oxygen we need. All right, we'll put that there. Let's get. We're going to need a connection to the power grid. So we'll run some wire over here. Like that. And then, of course, we'll need piping as well when they're all finished that. The 0 water surplus is a little bit concerning to me, but hopefully this water reclamation spire in the middle will go a long way to help us recover that. It could also just be that they're using a lot right now to produce fuel, so they're ready to fuel up the next rocket. This rocket is never going to get fueled because we have the fuel stored too far away from it. It's just going to wait indefinitely to refuel because of where this is located. So I should probably put fuel storage that's in reach of that rocket too. I don't know how far over I have to put it for the drones to move it though. So if we go to storage facilities, fuel depot. I mean, if I put it over here, it'll be in range. I guess. Building not working. What's not working? Oh, okay. We don't have enough people for the water reclamation center. Not enough workers. Okay, we desperately need more people to arrive. Let's go ahead and put in some more liquid piping here, or some gas piping rather. So that'll be in life support pipes. And we'll connect this up to this line. So we get steady supply of oxygen. 3.4 is our surplus oxygen production, so that's good. We still have a fair amount of surplus power. Food is really not going quickly. This is crazy. 9.1 food. How's our farm doing? Botanist, so we're getting 4.7 food out of the stored food, nothing. Soil quality 50%. Oh, it actually starts pretty low. We need more botanists in here. I gotta get that rocket back. We have the living quarters built, so I can order in that rocket now. Alright, reviewed all the people again. We have our next rocket on the way. What do we got going on here? Low strain on both of those. I kind of want to build a mining resource out here for our guys to get ready to do some rare metals extraction. So do the rare metals extractor. We'll build it on top of here if we can.
Crop failure reported.
Crop failure. No edible food's been harvested. Oh my gosh. We went through all that trouble of growing the wheat only to have a crop failure, so we didn't get any food out of it. That's really bad. We're still sitting at 0 food. Food production is 1, consumption is 2, so we're going down by 1 a day, I guess. Metals production is 0, but Metals maintenance 0. Alright, food's really our only concern right now. And it's really bad that that crop didn't produce anything. We have this water reclamation center, which we have people in it, so that's good. They're kind of job sharing right now. They're swapping around from job to job because we just don't have enough people. I don't know how that all works exactly. Why aren't they building this thing?
Meteor incoming.
Meteor! Wow, that was a big meteor. Okay. Good thing it landed on my indestructible power lines. It doesn't really give you much warning. The meteor comes in and smash. Then I guess you just sort of deal with the consequences. Alright, let's check out our research. What have we got underway in research right now? We're got social and productivity training. Let's get our low-rise... low-G, high-rise apartments ready so we can actually increase that. Moisture Vaporator upgrade. Not worried about that right now. Moxie upgrade would be good, though. Oxygen production increased by 50%. That's probably worth researching. Because I'm using the Moxies to produce oxygen right now. Rockets at 60.
Sector scanned. Select a sector
62%.
to scan.
Building's not working. Why is that not working?
Research
not enough
complete.
workers. I get it. Systematic training's done, so that's good. Hopefully that will help with productivity and morale. We need more sectors to scan. So I gather we could build tunnels to get up to this space because it's in an area that wouldn't normally be reachable. But I have a feeling, just based on what the scans are showing so far, that's going to wind up being dead territory up there, which kind of stinks. I don't know why they're not building this. Oh, machine parts. Are we out of machine parts? No, we have 12. I think I'm going to run out of machine parts over here, though. What do we got? Machine parts, nothing. Machine parts, nothing. Machine parts, nothing. We have all our machine parts, I think, stored down here. Machine parts 12 of 30, yeah. Okay, so we have them all stored down there. That's bad. Let's get our RC transport down here. We'll grab some machine parts. Control click to load 5. Okay, so that's probably what I want. We'll just grab 5. Control and left click. Oh, okay, it's going... I see, it was going up by 5 at a time. Hold on. Okay. Load 5. Confirm and exit. Okay. So he's going to take 5 or he's going to take 50? Okay, he took 5. Sweet. Okay, so now we'll send him up here and he's going to unload it. And this, that will give me the machine parts that we need to go ahead and build that machine. Buildings with depleted... okay, so this building's toast now. It's sort of tapped out all of that, so we can salvage this building. Request maintenance. No, let's just salvage it. We'll get back some machine parts and some metal for that. Our rocket has arrived, so we're ready to touch down. I need this to be in range of the dome, so we'll send it like right in here, I guess. That way our arriving colonists can run in there, and then we should be able to use the drones to unload all the resources. Hopefully there's food that they brought in with this rocket. I really, really hope. 12 food, 12 passengers. Okay, so they did bring a little bit of food.
New colonists have arrived.
There go the drones to unload.
Humankind might be on the verge of a new golden age, and we have to be the ones who ride the crest of that wave.
A new era of scientific discovery is ahead of us, and we're the ones who are blessed with the opportunity to be on Mars, a completely new territory where new scientific discoveries lie behind the corner. Lie behind the corner. All right. We're talking about new ideas which would sweep the human minds and the market and give us a tremendous head start in the future. The primary reason behind the creation of this colony is scientific, and this is what we're expected to do, to push the boundaries of human knowledge. All right, goal: have 40 technologies researched at Sol 100. Currently, we've researched 17, and we're on Sol, I don't know. But okay, so we have a challenge now. This is our mission. We got to get to Sol 100 and have 40 technologies researched. No edible food's been harvested. Is that a second crop failure? I really hope not. I really hope not. So we brought in some botanists. I grabbed 3 more of them. Let's see if they're all set up to work here. Okay, good. We're getting a decent chunk of people in here now. Morale, quick work life specialization. Okay, good. Working hard. We have a workaholic in the farms. That's amazing. Okay, we really needed those colonists, so that's great. I think we might actually be... As long as they don't starve to death in the meantime. Okay, we have 7 food, so the colonists brought food with them. Building's not working. What's not working? Oh, that makes sense. It has no power. Let's get our power grid out here. Okay, so we have our metals extractor. It's all connected up. And oddly enough, it already has a work shift assigned to it. Even though I didn't tell it to. Geologists are working. Nice. They're getting morale +2 off it. Sweet. Okay, so we're starting to extract some rare metals. I didn't see any of them. Like, do they run outside to go out there? How's that work?
Milestone achieved.
Milestone achieved. First Martianborn. What? First Martianborn. Sol 40. All right, so we had our first little kid born, but we have no place to do, like... Man, how do we look that up? Jobs. Renegades. All right, disabled work slots 21. Vacant work slots 8. Vacant residential slots 4. Nobody's unemployed, so that's good. Except for the child, but we don't have child labor underway yet. And I do say yet. So we'll see what we need to survive up here, but I think we're doing okay for the moment. That rocket's ready to go. How are we doing overall on our resources? Surplus oxygen 3.4, water surplus 0. It still keeps showing 0. I don't know what's required of that. So we're producing 2.6. We have demanded 2. Oh, I get it. We don't have a surplus because we're only taking exactly what they need. So that's perfect. We have all the water supply we need at the moment. And we even have 100 stored, so we're in good shape that way. So if it does get to the point where we're not producing as much as we require, they'll at least take it from storage. All right, so we've gotten we made it through the trial phase. We've gotten a second rocket ship full of colonists to the planet. We have rare metals research getting started there. We might even consider looking at having another dome here soon. Research complete productivity training. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, that's good. We're working now on the high-rise apartment building, so we'll be able to get to work on that and increase our population density a little bit. What is this? Factory amplifications. We're going to need some stuff to start producing machine parts and whatnot, so I should probably build a second dome that can almost be like a place that our colonists can work and start to work on machining out parts and things that we're going to need, because I've been shipping them in, and we're getting low on machine parts. We only have 6, but we don't have any room left in this dome, so maybe we'll build another dome like over here or something. Maybe over here. Someplace that we can actually... A basic dome. It's got to be within range of stuff. No cable connected. If I put it right here, it'll be right on... It'll be sitting basically like right on the water and gas line. So that's perfect. So we're going to get our next dome started. I'm going to call it a wrap for today. We'll get our next dome started next time. And this is where we're going to start to produce some factory workers and stuff, so we can actually start to make our own machine parts and things, because I'm worried we're going to run out of those. We only have 6 of them left. We're doing a little bit better in terms of concrete and metals. Our food is on the rise now that we have some botanists in there working in an actual farm to produce the food that we're going to need. Once the rocket's refueled, maybe we'll come back. We'll bring back more colonists, and we'll increase our population there. But so far, we're holding out okay. We also need to get the subsurface heaters built. We'll tackle those next time.
We have an oxygen shortage. We have a water shortage.
Well, yeah,
we have a power shortage.
Of course you do, because it's not connected right now. So if we connect the pipe up, like so, and if we connect the power line up, like so. There we go. Now we have water and power and oxygen for that dome. But thanks everyone for coming to check out the video. We'll come back next time and we'll continue the progress with our colony and see how well we can manage to survive on this harsh Martian landscape. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.